It was a cloudy morning after my first night at the Ramy Baby Hotel you saw in another video. I chose to stay at this dodgy hotel for a reason. It was only about a kilometer's walk from the Citadel, the main attraction of Hue. Here's one of the many bridges across the perfume river that runs through the former imperial capital of Hue during the Nguyen Dynasty.
Okay, so Bun Bo Hue. Let's check it out.
Time for a little breakfast. This is Bun Bo Hue or Hue beef noodles. One thing to note about these noodle shops in Vietnam is that they don't normally sell drinks like coffee or soft drinks. Some of them provide complimentary tea. And here we are at the Citadel of Hue. The wall is 20 meters thick. The entrance is at the side of the fort, which is an arrow-shaped structure. It's a French design that maximizes the arc of fire for every cannon mounted on the deck. Construction was started by Emperor Gia Long in 1803. It was completed 9 years later in 1832 under Emperor Minh Mang's reign. With a perimeter of 2.5 kilometers, the citadel was designed following the principles of feng shui and modeled after the Forbidden City in Beijing. It served as the political and cultural hub of the Nguyen Dynasty, which ruled Vietnam from 1802 to 1945. Over the years, the citadel witnessed significant historical events, including the abdication of the last emperor Bao Dai in 1945, marking the end of imperial rule in Vietnam. Today's citadel is but a shadow of the magnificent structure at the height of the Nguyen Dynasty. Tai Hua Palace gives the visitor a taste of what it's like to be in the ruling class. Over here, you can see many people getting very excited about taking their photos before the throne. What you're looking at today is a heavily restored citadel. This place didn't look so grand when it was vacated in 1945. It certainly wasn't like this when the war ended in 1975. In 1968, North Vietnamese forces launched a massive surprise attack on cities all over Vietnam when civilians were celebrating that. Hue was not spared. An extensive urban warfare followed the invasion. As a result, An estimated 80% of the citadel's structures were damaged or destroyed due to intense shelling, aerial bombardments, and street fighting. The forbidden Purple City in particular was almost completely obliterated. While restoration efforts have been ongoing, much of the historical site was lost forever. Of the 160 structures originally built, only 10 remain today. Looking at the still impressive structures today, the pride and dedication put into its restoration is truly admirable. Notice that there are hardly any Buddhist or Taoist elements in these so-called temples. They are all Confucian temples. That's because the Nguyen rulers wanted to emphasize Confucianism. Let the son be a son, let the father be a father, let the king be a king, and let the subjects be subjects. In this way, the Nguyen emperors legitimized their rule as the son of heaven. These once forbidden grounds are now accessible to the common people for the price of a ticket. An astronomical amount of money must have gone into the restoration of the grandeur of a bygone era. It was an age of opulence and oppression. Today, we focus on the former. This is Kenchong Palace. In 1947, only the ruins and foundations remain. After restoration, it is truly a beautiful blend of French and Vietnamese styles. There are four main sections to the citadel. The outer citadel has a moat separating it from the exterior. In this section, you'll find military structures like mounted guns, watchtowers, gardens, and gates. This is the upper floor of the main southern or noon gate. From here, the emperor could inspect his troops. The restored platform is like a museum today. You find a bell at one end, a drum at the other end, and replicas of imperial seals and a sedan chair on display. Minh Mang is the second emperor of the Nguyen Dynasty of Vietnam, reigning from 1820 until his death in 1841. Like his father, Minh Mang was a conservative Confucianist and a staunch believer of Chinese Germancy. He continued or even intensified Gia Long's isolationist policies. He dismissed all foreign advisors and shunned all Western influence and ideas, seeing them as hostile and decadent. Meanwhile, he had hundreds of women in his harem, and he is said to have slept with 5 women every night. Many Vietnamese aphrodisiac products invoke Minh Mang. Vietnam was divided into autonomous domains governed independently by viceroys under Gia Long. The first thing that Minh Mang did after ascending the throne was to rewrite history. He then reinstated Confucian examinations to select and appoint government officials. Minh Mang waged many wars to expand his kingdom. However, diseases, natural disasters, and rebellions against oppression and misery were very frequent, undermining his legitimacy. Vietnam was at its low point of coherence in history. About 200 rebellions were recorded during his 20-year reign. Minh Mang responded by blaming European missionaries and executed quite a number of them. And this is the little hill on which Minh Mang was buried. He expected to be worshipped by future generations. When night falls, the bank of the perfume river comes alive. The unique charm of this city is revealed in a walk from the railway station to the Saigon Maureen Hotel. This being Tet, the riverbank blossoms with festivity. The joyous mood is indeed infectious. Even Sun Wukong seemed to be enjoying his work. Finally, we arrive at the Saigon Morin. Charlie Chaplin spent his honeymoon here, and Somerset Maugham must have been inspired by this beautiful city while staying in this hotel. I'm not sure if I could be inspired staying here, but writers are an endangered species, as not many people read these days.
The perfume river or Sengheng has long been a natural symbol of Hue, the ancient capital of imperial Vietnam, an age that evokes pride and tragedy. It is named for the natural fragrance it carries, particularly in autumn, when flowers and plants from orchards and forests along its banks fall into the water. With so much river traffic these days, the fragrance is somewhat subdued. Strolling on this boardwalk in the evening can really be quite an inspiring experience, if not a mesmerizing one. The city is touted as a romantic and poetic place. What do you think?
I was planning to visit Tianmu Pagoda and the ruins of the old Temple of Literature the next morning, but it rained all day.